What does it take to build a global empire from scratch? How does a teenager with a dream become an influential entrepreneur? Let's start our journey in the early years of Richard Branson, a name that is now synonymous with the entrepreneurial spirit and the audacity to dream big. Born in Blackheath, London in 1950, Branson's early life was marked not by academic success, but by struggle. He grappled with dyslexia, a learning disorder that made traditional education a challenge, but rather than letting this obstacle deter him, Branson used it as a catalyst to think differently. At 16, many teenagers are consumed by the trials and tribulations of adolescence, but not Richard Branson. This young man chose a different path. He made the bold decision to drop out of school and dive headfirst into the world of business. His first venture, a student magazine aptly named Student. Student was more than just a magazine, it was a platform for young voices, a meeting point for revolutionary ideas, and most importantly, it was the embodiment of Branson's audacious spirit. This wasn't a simple school project, it was a business, complete with advertising revenue and a growing readership. Though it may seem like a small start, it was the beginning of something much bigger. It was a testament to Branson's unyielding tenacity and a glimpse into the entrepreneurial mindset that would later give birth to the Virgin Group. Richard Branson's story is not merely about building an empire, it's about a teenager who dared to break the mold, to step outside the confines of traditional education, and to pursue his dreams with relentless passion. It's about the power of a single idea, and the courage to turn that idea into reality. So how does a teenager with a dream become an influential entrepreneur? By daring to dream in the first place, by overcoming obstacles, and by having the courage to take the first step. For Richard Branson, that first step was Student. With a simple magazine, the entrepreneurial journey of Richard Branson began. From print to vinyl, Branson's entrepreneurial spirit wasn't limited to one industry. After the success of his magazine, Branson turned his attention to music, and so the birth of Virgin Records, a disruptive force in the music industry, took place. But it wasn't an overnight success story. Virgin Records started small, operating from the crypt of a church, but Branson's knack for spotting talent and opportunity soon brought them their first major breakthrough. Enter Mike Oldfield, a young, relatively unknown artist at the time. Branson took a leap of faith, signing Oldfield onto Virgin Records. The gamble paid off, and Tubular Bells, Oldfield's debut album, quickly climbed the charts, turning into a global sensation. The success of Tubular Bells not only put Mike Oldfield on the map, but also Virgin Records. It was the first rung on the ladder to the top for Branson's fledgling record label. But Branson didn't stop there. He continued to harness the momentum, signing on a variety of artists, some even considered controversial for their time. Among them were the Sex Pistols, a punk rock band shunned by the mainstream music industry. Branson, however, saw potential where others saw only chaos. And he was right. The Sex Pistols became one of the defining bands of the punk rock movement, further establishing Virgin Records as a significant player in the music industry. And then came the Rolling Stones, one of the most influential rock bands of all time. Signing them on to Virgin Records was a testament to Branson's vision and the reputation his label had amassed. With these heavyweights on board, Virgin Records grew from a small label to a major force to be reckoned with. Branson's journey in the music industry was marked by a keen eye for talent, a willingness to take risks, and an unwavering belief in his vision. A music mogul was born, but Branson's ambitions were far from satisfied. His next venture would take him from the groovy dance floors to the open skies, but that's a story for another scene. Who would have guessed that the owner of a record label would one day challenge the giants of the aviation industry? In the early 80s, Richard Branson, the audacious entrepreneur behind Virgin Records, decided to take a leap of faith. He wanted to shake up the aviation industry and bring his unique brand of customer-centric service to the skies. Hence, Virgin Atlantic was born, with its inaugural flight taking off in 1984. The journey, however, wasn't all smooth flying. Branson was venturing into uncharted territory, going head-to-head with established airlines that dominated the skies. These were companies deeply entrenched in the industry, with decades of experience and vast resources at their disposal. Here was Branson, a newcomer, a maverick from the music industry, daring to take them on. But Branson was not deterred. He knew that to succeed, Virgin Atlantic needed to stand out, to offer something different. And he had a secret weapon, his personal brand. Branson wasn't just the CEO of Virgin Atlantic, he was its most enthusiastic ambassador. With his charismatic personality and flair for publicity, he became the face of the airline, embodying its spirit of adventure and commitment to customer service. He was seen at airports, on planes, mingling with passengers and staff alike, sharing his vision and building a rapport. He leveraged his fame, his reputation for innovation, and his knack for making headlines to promote Virgin Atlantic. The message was clear. This was an airline that cared about its passengers, that was willing to shake things up to deliver a better experience. And it worked. Despite the odds, Virgin Atlantic began to make its mark. It won over passengers with its unique blend of service, style, and comfort. It garnered industry accolades and, more importantly, it began to challenge the dominance of the established airlines. The sky was no longer the limit for Richard Branson. From music to air travel and then to soft drinks, mobile phones, and trains. Sounds like a strange combination, doesn't it? But for Richard Branson, it's all in a day's work. His entrepreneurial spirit saw no boundaries, no industry too far-fetched or too daunting. As a result, the Virgin Group has grown into a diverse empire with over 400 companies worldwide. Let's start with Virgin Cola. In the mid-90s, Branson decided to take on the soda giants, Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Despite the fierce competition, Branson was undeterred, launching Virgin Cola in 1994. The brand may not have become the global leader he'd hoped for, but it certainly added a unique flavor to Virgin's portfolio. Next came Virgin Mobile. In 1999, Branson saw an opportunity in the rapidly growing mobile phone market. Virgin Mobile was born, and it quickly became a significant player in the industry. It proved that Branson's knack for identifying profitable ventures was not limited to music or air travel. Then, there was Virgin Trains. In a move that surprised many, Branson threw his hat into the ring of rail travel in 1997. Virgin Trains promised to revolutionize the industry, offering a high-speed, high-quality service. For over 2 decades, Virgin Trains was a staple on the UK's rail network, demonstrating Branson's ability to diversify and succeed in unexpected areas. The empire didn't stop there. From Virgin Active Fitness Clubs to Virgin Care Health Services, from Virgin Wines to Virgin Money, the list goes on. Each venture, a testament to Branson's audacious spirit and entrepreneurial prowess. But it's not just about business for Branson. His ventures often have a broader purpose. He's committed to creating positive change, whether it's through environmental sustainability with Virgin Green Fund or space tourism with Virgin Galactic. Branson's Virgin was no longer a brand, it was a global empire, an empire built on the courage to dream, the audacity to disrupt, and the passion to make a difference. This is the story of Richard Branson's diversified empire. What's next when you've conquered land, air, and sea? For Richard Branson, it's space. In the ever-expanding universe of Richard Branson's ambitions, the sky was never the limit. The year 2004 marked the birth of Virgin Galactic, a bold new adventure that would usher in an era of commercial space tourism. With Virgin Galactic, Branson dared to dream the impossible, to make the stars not just a destination for the select few, but a journey for the many. Branson's vision was not merely to send people into space, it was to make them astronauts, to give them the full experience of leaving Earth's atmosphere, of experiencing weightlessness, of viewing our planet from a perspective few have ever had. Space, in Branson's view, was not to remain the exclusive playground of astronauts and scientists. It was to become a realm of adventure and exploration for those who dared to dream. To make this dream a reality, Branson had to overcome enormous technological, regulatory, and safety challenges. There were setbacks, there were doubts, there were even tragedies. But with each challenge, Branson and his team at Virgin Galactic pushed forward, learning, adapting, and innovating. In recent times, Virgin Galactic has successfully completed multiple test flights, each one pushing the boundaries of what's possible and bringing Branson's dream a step closer to reality. These test flights are not just technological marvels, they're symbols of human ambition, of our innate desire to reach out, explore, and discover. Branson once said, "The brave may not live forever, but the cautious do not live at all." With Virgin Galactic, he has embodied this philosophy, proving that even the seemingly impossible can become reality with enough courage, determination, and entrepreneurial spirit. From a teenage dreamer to a pioneering force across industries, Richard Branson's journey is a testament to the power of entrepreneurial spirit. His story reminds us that the only limits that truly exist are the ones we impose upon ourselves. So, dare to dream, dare to venture, dare to explore, because just like Branson, you might just find yourself beyond the stratosphere.